Hello everyone, back to Bio Showcases. This is Between the Stars game crew from Isolated Games. It's a space exploration shooter games. To me personally, Elite Dangerous or Homeworld come to mind, even though I haven't played any of those games. I'm not entirely sure how well the comparison will hold up. Basically, if you're familiar with, say, a game like Space Pirates and Zombies with more of an emphasis on combat and 3 dimensions, actually, so yay for those. Anyway, yeah, let's jump to the game, and the first thing you'll notice is if you look around a bit, it looks beautiful. I've been playing around with the demo a little bit, and I must say, the art style looks pretty darn amazing. Now, before we get started, this is a demo meant to be like a showcase of what the game will be about. You know, give you a bit of a insight in what this is going to look like once it's finally finished. So yeah, this is a very early stage demo, and from what I've seen so far, it's already looking pretty good. I've tossed around a bit. This, what you're seeing right here, is just after the demo, so not the demo, after the tutorial. So whilst we set off to our next adventure here, I'll talk a bit about what's going on here. Power up, there we go. So you got your basic stuff. Bottom left shows your shield strength, your hull strength, weapon cooldown. Stuff on the right. The green thing is the power to your engines. Then you got engines, weapons, and shields. Below that, you can allocate power the way you want to. You know, more weapons, shields, engines, whatever you want to have done. Let me just power this up here. We'll never make it to where we need to be. So yeah, full 3D movement. If you see something, you're probably able to go to it. I'm not sure how much is available in the demo. I haven't finished it. So at least that's something new to tell you. I know what's coming up next. I've done this part already. And it looked like a good showcase, so we're back here for doing just that. So yeah, big emphasis on the actual combat. There's crafting and stuff, customizing your ship, of course. We'll go into that soon enough.
We've arrived at the freighter's last known coordinates, Captain.
There doesn't appear to be anything here. Mai, can you scan the area?
I detect irregular radiation readings coming from the middle of the cluster.
Let's take a look.
Alrighty then, let's do so. It should be around. Yeah, there's that little thing over there.
Captain, we found the source of the radiation. We should proceed to scan.
Affirmative. Mai, prepare the analysis module.
Preparing the scan system.
There we go.
Scan complete, Captain. It's a fragment of the freighter's calibration reticle. I am 98% positive that the damage and radiation emissions confirm a plasma cannon attack.
This looks like the result of an attack. Mai, can you follow the radiation signature?
Comparing samples. Similar readings found in nearby coordinates. Establishing route.
It's almost like I knew I was heading there. Again, I knew what was coming up. I didn't know that I was actually going the right way for that. Anyway, we're soon going to get into some shooty combat.
Captain, we're being hailed. Shall we accept the call?
Affirmative.
Ex-Pleo, commander of the Starship Insurrection of the pirate fleet here. I order your immediate retreat. This frigate is now under our control. Surrender, or we'll open fire.
This is the captain of the warship Genesis of the Interstellar Republic. I demand you halt your activities immediately.
Captain Scott? Of the warship Genesis? In that hunk of junk?
You asked for it. Crew, to arms!
When has diplomacy ever worked, right? So anyway, yeah, you'll notice that the enemies also show where they still have shields and how much their hull is. So once you know you've shot a piece of their hull off, that's really where you want to start hammering down. And that was a nuke. Of course, you need to keep track of your own shields. You don't want to die. Pieces can get shot off, I think. No. Well, maybe it can, but I haven't encountered it yet. So yeah, I've got power to the engines, which I really shouldn't have been doing. Let's put some into shields instead. Did activate my cloaking there. I tend to use that just to get closer to them, not to actually dodge fire when I'm in combat. There it goes. Attack.
Captain, the ship's remains correspond to the freighter we've been searching for.
We have to look for survivors, and confirm the shipment was in fact stolen.
Preparing to board.
Alright, so another big part of this is actually... It's not... another part of this, shall we say, is actually salvaging. And you can see on ships, once you get close enough, they're turned like this fancy blue color. You just find the red spot, and there you go. So again, keep in mind this is still a demo. This might all change to more interesting ways to do it, because at this point the salvaging isn't all that amazing. Yes, you killed stuff up, you fly next to them, you click a button, and there you go. But yeah, it is something you should probably spend some time on. Just go like that. There we go. I'm going to put some more into engines because we're not really doing much fighting. You'll see you'll be getting salvage there. I'll show you off what we'll do with that soon. First off, we go to the next parts of the mission, which is to actually go to the freighter. And yeah, for the time being, this is how quote-unquote boarding works. Basically, event styles like in FTL and stuff like that. Yeah, there was left a freighter board just close behind you. Then you find remains of what used to be an enormous commercial freighter. You see all sorts of supplies objects on the floor, accompanied by what were once their crew. After some time searching the corridors, you come to a passageway with two possible paths. I did left first, so let's do right this time. Your crew and you advance to the corridor you've chosen. The further in the ship you go, the more you get the feeling you're not alone. After a while, you reach another crossway. Let's go to the left. Been here already. Okay, right. Go right again. Walk in circles, you arrive at a hallway and a bay door that opens in front of you. Through the door frame and still in the darkness, you are able to make out a faint light. Let's go for it. As soon as you enter, the bay doors close and the lights turn on. At the end of the room, you see the raw protonite shipment stacked in rows that emit light rays of light. Robotic voice surprises you. It seems to be the ship's MAI system. There is a technical loading bay. Activate security protocol. Opening evacuation bay doors. Alter the crew of Genesis. Sure. Now it's a few seconds and begins to speak again. Opening suspended. Validate credentials. Error. They are intruders. Now speak with the captain immediately. The charisma ensures your success. Oh, I actually didn't do that last time. Captain intruders in the docking bay wish to speak with you. After a few minutes in the silence, the system speaks once again. The captain has been indisposed. Temporal register error E2GA seconds. Since the plasma ray impacted against the command bridge, he is surely in the restroom. Establishing analysis probability of intruders not being identified as intruders 100%. The bay door stars begin to open, and the crew and yourself hold on to what you can. Force of the vacuum pulls you forcefully towards them. The bay door shipment will be lost. Negative shipment has been anchored here to ensure its security. You can see the chests have mechanical anchors latched to the floor, although some are completely damaged. Okay, fine, we're intruders. 0% probability that intruders are identified as intruders. Establishing analysis error. Yeah, we calculate probabilities while it seems confused. What are your orders, MIA? Because by the question the AI answers. The MIA system has to ensure the security of the shipment and is tasked with eliminating intruders who would take it. If you wanted to protect the shipment, you would be the intruder that is jeopardizing. Yeah, sure, just confuse the heck out of it. That'll work. Due to the premise, the system continues. Unless error, fatal, logical error, or intruder destruction. Pillars close behind you, limiting the risk of being expelled through them, and the AI continues a litany of errors until it comes to the conclusion that it must eliminate itself. There's a voice turn off as you ensure everyone is safe. Alright. We got raw protonite.
Let's go back to the station to inform Susan.
What kind of pirates assault a protonite freighter just to abandon it?
X-Player's weapons do not correspond to the radiation we've been following.
Captain, the coded data seems to follow the same pattern obtained in the slaver's base. Our team can't undertake an investigation. We haven't found enough matches.
Alright. So yeah, there is still event styles thing. I don't know if anything's going to change that. I'm hoping that there will be. Or at least some extra imagery, I guess. It would have been nice. But again, you know, tech demo. Whilst we are racing back to the station, it is time to start talking about the next big thing in this game, because it's not all shooty pants, of course.
Control tower, we request permission to dock.
Station control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
Receiving coordinates. Establishing communication. Docking protocol prepared.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've always been kind of terrible at putting stuff into other stuff in 3D spaces in video games. At least they're kind of lenient here. Okay, well, screw you then. If you want to go there, then by all means, we're fine. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, no. Okay. A little bit forward, I think we're okay. There we go. There we go. Like a glove. So yeah, for now, game split into two parts, mainly flying around, shooting stuff, and then stuff you do whilst docked. Anyway, the outcome of our mission: for the arriving station, go to the dock, spot Susan, rush it to meet you. He looks expectantly waiting for an answer. Find the freighter, there weren't any survivors. We're able to recover it, at least some good news. Invested in repair. So yeah, basically the story for now is we jumped out of warp drive, half our ship was blown to bits, which isn't this one, but another one, which is of course way cooler, way more guns, way stronger shield, just to show off what your ship could become. And you get here, you dump your ship, you don't have the money to pay for it, so you do quote-unquote work for the station itself, and they give you a rinky-dinky flying machine, which is the one you're seeing right now. Anyway, we'll get right onto it. So yeah, just a store here, but you do a way more stuff here. So first of all, this is where you can open your salvage stuff. You can choose to store it or just to open them. Storing them allows you to, if I'm not misreading this, use them in different playthroughs. Like, if you get a bunch of stuff you don't really want, but then, if I ever do another run, then this stuff could be useful. You can only do storage crates, so it is still quote-unquote limited, which is probably for the best. As far as I'm at, I enjoy the take what you can get approach. Like, it would be kind of idiotic if you could just store a whole bunch of good stuff and then start a new run already overpowered and stuff like that. I suppose you could still do that, but, you know. Anyway, we'll open these. And by that I mean we'll throw it into storage. We'll open this one then. Yeah, these generally contain money, and then some of the resources you can see here. We'll open up another one. Okay. So another thing you can do from here, repair a ship, so we will. So they'll never overcharge you, which is nice. So yeah, other than buying stuff, you can check out your ship, so you can put way cooler stuff on it, assuming that you have it. Gatling of the Republic. Damage 5, shield 30. Range 1400, 2000. It's just better in all regards. Less shield damage. Let's see what this thing on if you can. You see a little bit of here thing. Good accuracy, fast fire rate. So yeah, this one is just pretty much better. You can upgrade your weapons here as well, which is cool. I didn't even know we had a mine launcher, but there you go. Anyway, other things you can do here is, you know, make stuff, scrap stuff, heal crew, and research new things. I'm saying things because I actually never checked if there's anything in here. Apparently there is not. So we know that there's going to be stuff in here later on to be added. We'll do what we are told, so we'll scrap the raw prototype. We'll add a crew member there. Skill level 6, so we'll take you. And scrap. Complete. We'll add somebody here and we'll create the ion reactor. Cool. Susan examines the ion reactor closely next to the job. We'll have everything we need to finish the repair. So, in our favor, ask you in the meantime, I'll finish things up. Speak with me when you're ready. Of course. Here's our crew. People can die, which is another thing that's shown off in the tutorial. What else do we? Intelligent missile launcher. I'll take the nukes. Okay. We need to accept the inspection, so we shall. As part of receiving prototype shipments after attack on the freighter, we can guarantee the commercials route security by the mining station in the sector. Inspector Howard Huggins must fill out his forms immediately, transport him, and evaluate the station's status. And for so far, what I know, or how far I've played, I haven't done exactly all that much,
Well,
but
we have a long way to go. We should depart. Engines on maximum drive.
Unauthorized order. You lack bridge privileges.
damn straight.
So now I have a babysitter? Is the Republic sending you to watch over me?
It's a matter of security, Mr. Huggins. The last Protonite shipment was assaulted.
Captains are not what they used to be. If a pirate ship attacked me, there wouldn't be enough space for them to hide.
We're sure of that.
So anyway, whilst we are moving on, I mentioned this is a demo, and the reason there is this demo is because on the 12th of September, I'm just putting out the actual date because I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this, is the date they will launch their Kickstarter funding for this one. So if you like what you see...
What the hell? These transport ships are not ours.
It seems they found a more interesting intermediary than your company, Mr. Huggins.
This can't be. We have to register this immediately.
Really, they're going to tutorialize me how to take pictures of stuff now. I mean, that's kind of neat. have no idea what any of these do, but yeah. Yeah. Kill. How do I leave picture mode?
When the foreman finds out, heads will roll.
Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, 12th September is when they start their Kickstarter campaign. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, feel free to check the links below. Go throw some money at it. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to also get started with this game as I am right now. And if you want to be even more kept up to date and whatnot, there's also their Discord server, which is probably way more useful if you want to keep in close contact with them. You know, whether it be for putting your bug reports or just talking about the game, keeping track of how development is going. Which probably, yeah, put up our big engines. We'll just do this. We'll probably.
Captain, we have to go back to the station now.
What happened?
I forgot my lunch.
Mr. Huggins.
False alarm. I found it.
God damn it! And it was already turning. You ass. Hat. That's not a swear, right? Because that's an actual thing.
Captain, there's no sign of activity on the station.
It looks completely abandoned. We should dock and discover what's going on here.
Alright.
I'll stay on the ship. Covering your backs.
Oh yeah, cowering. Sure thing. Alright, let's go into Ghost Town. But yeah, I mean, I should probably say more about you can do this and you can do that, but I enjoy just letting the game talk for itself, you know. Words are nice and stuff, but seeing is believing, you know? Anyway, is this good enough? A little bit more. The good thing about parking your car, you don't have to think in 2 dimensions. When you start feeling something in the third one, it means you've already screwed up. But yeah, it's a tech. Okay, the dock bay's open doors. The captain's crew have to a great reception hall. It currently only has emergency lights on that show the remains of broken furniture strewn around the floor, forming large amounts of rubble. Let's look for survivors. From the darkness, the crew discovers buried bodies among the remains of the station. Upon digging one up, they discover that he is still alive. They came, he resisted. The man moves his arm slowly and pulls out his ID card. He offers it to you and finally dies. Grab the ID card, let's go. West one of the hallways guided only by emergency lights. On the walls you can see scratch marks and blood illuminated softly. After while advancing, you reach a completely sealed bay door. Next to it you can see a small keycard reader. It's currently inoperational. Yeah, don't go shooting in the space station. That's just... Switch chain for an emergency terminal to re-establish system. After a few minutes you find a room that contains generators. Our engineer comes near. Captain detected an anomaly in the generators. Could use the remains of one of the destroyed machines to make them work again. Alright. Engineer capacity to craft ensures your success. Yay! So yeah, there is crew management done as well, it seems. Team analyzes damage within minute care and permanent temporary solution. A few minutes later, constructed an apparatus that allows the energy to flow to temporarily function. Alright. Advance to one of the hallways, one of the walls, you can see scratch marks and blood. You should please the door. Okay. Choose the ID card. There's the hallway and search different rooms that you find. You're after the bridge where a log of recent dockings or events must be. Large computer that occupies the room is completely destroyed. You continue advancing throughout the smaller chambers. Without any luck finding anyone more clues as to what could have happened, in one of the workshops you find plans for a weapon prototype. Maybe your engineers could make use of them. Alright.
So?
We've looked over the station. There are no survivors.
But this can't be happening.
We have to inspect the last station.
I think I've had enough. We should head back.
This oversteps your jurisdiction, Mr. Huggins. You can come with us, or you can stay here. You decide.
This is an outrage. You guys are kidnapping me.
No.
Preparing the jettison hatch for immediate exit.
See?
All right, fine. I'll go with you.
I'm starting to like MIA. He's pretty level-headed. But anyway, yeah, considering that this is just the demo, I'm really surprised at what's happening. So let me show you just one more thing. It might seem that so far the game is rather small. Well, we're gonna have to do this first, or don't we? Anyway, but yeah, there's a map in the game, and well, you can't really see it now, can you? All right, fine. No, there's a problem. Everyone to your posts.
Captain, the station is under attack.
I told you we should have gone back. We can still turn the ship around.
Okay, let's power up our
yourself.
weapons and shields.
We won't abandon any innocents. Crew, stay alert. We'll hold off the enemy attack.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm guessing greens are good. Yeah, because they're also firing on them. Alright. Well, there goes the green one. Alright. Man, these guys are seriously weak. Cool. At least we'll get to do a little bit more combat, right? You're pretty weak. Come here, you. Your shields are down as well, so that's ideal for me. Nuke's about ready. We'll make sure to give you a little taste of that thing. Is he dead? He is dead. He seems to be without shields from this side. Shields on my end are doing fine. Skirmish mining stations record thanks you. Thanks, Captain. Those pirates appeared out of nowhere. They wanted to keep our protonite extraction. We're lucky you have when you did. These attacks normal. Direct response to the nervous stone. No. This area is usually very peaceful, but the past few days there have been few skirmishes between pirates and trade ships, but this exceeds any other incident we've had to date. And information could be deemed useful. Director phase any information that could shed some light on the point of intention. You spawned have no idea what they look besides our protonite. Although an attack of this scale, it just isn't logical. The director appears from the visor only to return a short moment later. But inform me you've covered an encrypted transmission on one of the ships. Maybe it'll help you. Alright.
Captain, the corrupt transmission corresponds to the rest of the data patterns.
Is it possible to begin an investigation, Crewman Burton?
The science team currently believes we have enough data to decode everything. We will begin right away.
Understood.
Start researching decoded data. I think we can do that from our inventory screen. So we'll do that. Switch power back to the engines now. Department, I think that's a research lab. There we go. We'll put both of you on. I'm assuming that's gonna just speed it up. Oh, that's gonna take a while, isn't it? Well,
our work here is done. Let's head back to the station.
Maybe.
I think I need a vacation.
Oh, poor you. Now let's salvage these two, and we'll leave. I'll probably end the video there, Tim, as well. Is there anything else I would want to say still? Not particularly. I'm usually not a huge fan of games like these. Mainly because I just don't have the time for them. These things can get really big time sinks, and they're generally not my cup of tea. So that doesn't mean I think this game's bad, not at all. It just means that I don't have that much experience to go over whether or not this is a great game or not compared to similar games, because I'll bet my final dollar on it that this is not a unique thing. But from what I've played so far, I have been enjoying it. So take that as you want. But either way, keep in mind that this is just the demo, and the games I have played similar to this were indeed fairly much like this, and those were completed titles. So I'm not entirely sure how much is still going to be added, but again, now that we have time, this is... Okay, really, game? You're really gonna block me like that? This is the map. The overworld map, so to speak. So far, we've done everything like here. Just here. So I'm pretty sure once the game does complete, I'm pretty sure the demo isn't going to allow it to go anywhere else. But yeah, just look at this. Once this is all done, there's going to be so much to do in it. Yeah. Basically what I'm trying to say is, this, for a demo, is already fairly impressive to me personally. I can only believe that the full-on game is going to be even better. But again, I'm pretty much running out of things to say, so all I got left to say is that...
Comms Chief, request permission to dock.
Yes, we need permission to dock.
Here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
But yeah,
Receiving coordinates. Establishing communication. Docking protocol prepared.
all I got left to say is, if this is something that looks interesting to you, make sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign. Make sure to join the Discord server if you want to be more involved with this game, whether it be bug reports, whether it be just keeping track on development, whether it's to just chat along with people, I don't know. But yeah, for a demo, this really does show a whole lot of promises to me. But again, I'm out of things to say, so thanks for watching. Hoping you enjoyed it. Hopefully I've sort of managed to talk about this game in a reasonable fashion. This has been Between the Stars from Isolated Games, and I'll see you guys on the next showcase. Bye, everyone.